Hello there and welcome to the Bit of Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. And it's a departure video today. We're talking about Crysensio Summerville, who has agreed to join West Ham United in the Premier League. And he is booked for his medical today as of recording. It's Thursday. He is on his way to West Ham medical for today. I'm sure it will probably be sewn up, if not today, tomorrow, before the weekend. He is no longer, for all intents and purposes, he is no longer a Leeds United player. And he moves for a fee of £25 million paid in instalments. All the instalments will be take the fee up to £34 million, which is an incredible amount for a second division player, really, if you look at it. 22-year-old Crysensio obviously had a fabulous season, didn't he, for us last season? 20 goals in the Championship. I think he got 9 assists, or 7 or 9 assists, can't remember, but it was an incredible season for him. He could have had a lot more as well. He blitzed the Championship, and I think we're all hoping that maybe there was a slim chance of him staying this season. But if you're being realistic with yourself, he was never going to stay. He gave us a season last season when maybe he didn't have to. Maybe he had offers, didn't need to go last summer. He stayed on, tried to help us get promoted. Failed, unfortunately, with no fault of his own. He dragged us, in that season last season for some parts of it. Excuse me, I'll just sneeze. Excuse me. Yeah, he dragged us up, you know, a lot last season. 20 goals is unbelievable, really. And it wasn't enough in the end, and you can't begrudge him a chance of playing the Premier League. That's his natural step. That's where he needs to be playing now. I'm sure if we'd have got promoted, he would have stayed on at Leeds probably, but it's all hypothetical. We didn't, and he has to move on to further his career. And I've seen a lot of people slagging off the 49ers and the ownership and stuff. And 25 million quid for a second division player. I know we got 40 million for Archie Gray, but that was a dodgy deal for me. It was to do with the finances. We had to get it done quickly. It wasn't. It was a strange deal, that one, but this one, I think 25 million, with add-ons up to £34 million is absolutely incredible, really, for a second division player. Yes, he's got qualities, he's got promise, and I'm sure he will eventually go higher than West Ham and score a lot of goals for whoever he ends up at. But you can't have a go at the ownership for that. For me, it's a good deal. We weren't realistically going to keep him, and they're going to take the money and invest it in somebody else. I don't know who they will go for now. Talking about there's a lot of talk about Raksaki and from Crystal Palace, but I think the 49ers like to keep the noses clean. They don't like to blast it all over the media until it's very, very close to getting done. So let's wait and see on that one. I think there'll be a few names that obviously they'll be looking at, but they need to replace him. You can't just let 20 goals out the season, out the squad and not replace. You have to. But it's a good deal for him as well. I think West Ham, it's a good, solid team. It's on the up. Is West Ham obviously won silverware, continental silverware, European silverware, sorry, in recent times. It's a club on the up. New manager in Lopetegui, who didn't really work out at Wolves, but I'm pretty sure he'll work for him at West Ham. They've got a good squad there, and Cree will have to work his magic to get into that squad. But I'm sure when he gets the opportunity, he will take it. He's played 34 times, I think, in his career in the Premier League. I think 4 goals he got in that season. We got relegated. Obviously, made his debut for Leeds. I think it was Bielsa, wasn't it, that gave him his debut up at St James's Park in that 1-1 draw in the lilac kit. He came on with his afro, didn't he, in the second half. It would have, I think, only been 18 maybe at that point, possibly. He was a young lad, and he did all right. I seem to remember in that game. Obviously, he was given the number 10 shirt the season after Rafa left, and You know, he's gone from strength to strength, and he's obviously far and away way too good for the Championship. We knew that, and unfortunately, we couldn't get it over the line. And also, I did notice, I don't think it would have escaped other fans' attentions either, is that past the first couple of training sessions of videos in pre-season when they were at Thorpe Arch, Cree has been in the background in all the videos that they've been doing. You know, while they've been away in Germany, he's been in the background. He hasn't been in the forefront like Georgie has, like Willie has. You know, very much in the forefront of these videos, laughing and joking and such things. And Matteo Joseph, you know, he's very much been in the background. You haven't really seen him much. I don't think that's been by accident. You know, they will have known that bids are coming in for him, and he is likely to leave. And don't get the fans too excited. You know what I mean? There was a couple of, you know, clips of him saying, "Day one done, day two, let's go. It's nice to be back." But look, realistically, you didn't really expect him to stay. It's a good level for him. Obviously, it's a good level for him to play at initially, but I do think he'll go higher than West Ham eventually. But he's still only a young lad, and we need to invest it. We need to replace him. Let me know who you'd like to see replacing him in the comments there below. But Cree's done well, nearly 100 appearances for Leeds over what, three he signed in. I think it was September of 2020, but didn't obviously break into the first team till I think the back end of that season. And no, it was 2021, wasn't it? He got his debut at Newcastle. I think so. Yeah, he's been in the squad for a few years. Obviously, a key player last season on the fringes in the Premier League, really, but still, you know, made a mark in some games, didn't he? As well with Willie as well, both young lads. You know, and all the best to him. He's, you know, it's fair. I think London is a big pull as well for a lot of the foreign players, personally as well. So he gets to enjoy the big lights of London as well. So all the best to Cree. Hasn't been done just yet, but I do expect it probably to do. If I can speak, it will probably be done by the end of the week, definitely. Timing's a bit off for me, but, you know, a week and somewhat 9 days now before the season starts. It's don't give us a great deal of time, but I'm sure the 49ers will have somebody lined up, and I don't think they would have let the deal just pass on without replacing him. So let's wait and see. But that's the news today. Sad to see Cree go, but it's expected. But all the best to him. Thanks very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.